Hello everybody, and especially for those of you that will be tuning in later, we are working on my mantle right now. Hello and welcome to the Style Sisters as we are trying to work on the mantle and make it be fall decorations that will also turn into Halloween decorations. So far we just have a blank slate. We have an apothecary jar and it's full of these little white porcelain balls that have letters on them. I've had for years. I love them. I've used them in tablescapes as place card settings for the, the initial of each person. I've had this Texas star. It's quite dusty right now. Forever since I lived in Texas. Thanks for the hearts. And then a clock, and then we have some books turned the opposite direction to give it that worn, kind of almost spooky look, really, for Halloween. And so my lovely assistant, Madeline.
She's making me go on, even though I'm in grungy, nasty clothes. But apparently that's a trend with the periscopes I'm in.
She looks gorgeous all the time.
So basically what we did is Mom was feeling a little disheartened about decorating for fall. She was feeling uninspired. And fall is her favorite season, and so we needed to come up with some fun ideas to get her back excited and raring to go again. So we shopped around the house and found these are not even things she keeps in her fall decoration bin out in the garage. This was just stuff she had. And she made this wreath recently for my aunt, but I think she's gonna steal it. Sorry, Tiff. And so we were just kind of trying to incorporate some things that she already had that could transition from fall feeling to then Halloween and then back to fall during Thanksgiving time. And one thing we were talking about before we kind of started to gather things together was that we didn't want to do, neither of us really wanted to incorporate the classic orange and maybe, greens and purples and stuff into our Halloween decor. We wanted to keep it more simplistic, more streamlined. So what we were looking at is mainly a black and white fall Halloween feel, and then pull in a few colors from her current decor. So she has these adorable peachy colored pillows.
Here, we'll turn over here.
And so we wanted to kind of do a fun, different type of a Halloween spin and incorporate this color instead of the orange. So we're putting in more of a peachy color, pink, salmon, whatever you want to call it, instead of the orange in the Halloween decor. So right now we're keeping it mainly fall. That's why we have this corn husk wreath. And then what we can do is as fall and then as we transition into Halloween, we can add some pumpkins, and we're thinking those gourds, they're more of like a salmon-y peach colored gourd. They have little warts all over them. We're thinking of adding a few of those in here, maybe some white pumpkins, those neutral colored gourds that they sell in the grocery store and at pumpkin farm stands right now.
Are they Cinderella? I think they're called Cinderella.
Cinderellas are like the
thank you.
wider. They're like a rich orange color. I grew some last year and they're gorgeous, but they're a little too orange. So there's a gourd, and hopefully once we find them, we can let you all know what they're called.
Yeah, I don't know the name, but I know what they look like. So you like the wreath, huh? I made that the other day using the corn husks. It's kind of fun. I kind of like it. I just used, a little foam wreath. I can show you the ugly backside so you can see. It's got a little foam wreath back there, and then I used floral pins to attach them. And hey everybody, thanks for joining in. And then I just did like 3 at a time, and then I would use like a floral pin to poke them in, and just kind of made, started on one side and made sure it was kind of covering the center area here, and then all of them would just swoop out. I'll do a little DIY on the blog so that you can see how to do it. But it went pretty quick. I was surprised at how quickly it went.
So anyways, we'll add in a few pumpkins as we get those. The gourds, like I said, kind of focusing in on that peachy pink salmon-y color. We'll incorporate that until we hit Halloween time and Dad is okay with Halloween decorations in the house. And then what we were thinking of doing is maybe removing the wreath and putting up
DIY. Oh, good. Okay.
some like vintage cat faces, you know, like those vintage Halloween cat faces, or they have some other fun little vintage things. Matthew Mead had a few really great ones a few years ago, printable ones that you could find. Anyways, we were thinking of putting that in front of the star, and then maybe adding some cobwebbing, just light cobwebbing over the books, maybe add a little bat garland or some sort of a Halloween garland, incorporating still the same color schemes and just adding little touches of spookiness for Halloween. But then once Halloween's over, you can take the spookiness Halloween stuff down and you still have this great base that you can then transition back to the fallish scheme for Thanksgiving. So you go over 3 seasons, or not seasons, but 3 holidays.
Yeah.
Fall is a holiday, Halloween and Thanksgiving, all with kind of the basis of one mantle scape.
Yeah, I think I'm going to love that, you know, because I don't want to do heavy amounts of decoration. I'm going to turn this to the side because I forgot now that you can film this way.
Let's
there we
just
go.
say that into
thanks for the hearts.
Into summer, Mom still had some bunnies, Easter bunnies, and then you had like a Halloween thing up too. I don't remember.
No.
Transitioning out of holidays is kind of hard for her, so we're trying to make it as easy as possible.
I'm lazy. I'm a lazy girl.
So hope you like it. We'd love to show you the finished product once we're all the way done. So.
Yes, but I wanted to show them the bucket with the 1 stick. I think that's attractive.
There's 2 sticks.
Or 2. But we're thinking maybe we would have a bunch coming out of that, you know, don't you think, to make it twiggy, kind of spooky but fallish looking. And then those of you that followed us the other day, remember we made these Marigold Topiaries? Well, we let them dry just so that you can see.
It's not me.
and you can kind of see the foam. So we need to add more to them and then let those dry so that they won't be so sparse looking. But they still look kind of cute, you know, on my turquoise entertainment center. This is the one that I painted, you know, with the Annie Sloan paint. And, oh, thanks. They're cute. Somebody's laughing though, too. Hey, we're just being real here. But this was the TV unit. It used to be black that I had painted with the Annie Sloan paint. And it turned out really nice. I just still really am enjoying it a lot. I really love it. But anyway, so we will tune back later with our finished product of the mantle for fall. And hopefully you'll like it, and please share this with others, and I'll do the tutorial for the wreath on my blog because it really was pretty fun. Nailed it. Oh yeah. Nailed it. Oh yeah, it's a beautiful centerpiece. Let's get up close. Yeah, that is awesome. Thank you for having a sense of humor with us. All right, we will be back hopefully in just a little while and show you our finished product. Thanks again for all the hearts. I just appreciate it so much. All right, we'll see you in a little bit. Oh gosh, I don't know how to do it this way.